congratulations. You were so good in this film. Now, I understand when you did your final screen test, you weren't feeling so well. So I understand. I guess that was good luck for you.
I think so. I'd never had that experience before. I woke up and I felt so sick. And I threw up, and then got in the car, and then travelled to the screen test, which took all day. And I was so incredibly nervous. And they'd asked me to kind of, have a look and see what I was like with guns, and had to learn some unarmed combat, and just to kind of get a sense of, how comfortable I was and how much training I would need.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I can imagine. But then you got the role.
Yeah.
And I was wondering myself, how much of a Marvel girl are you? Were you even aware of it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I loved the Marvel films that I'd seen, and I wasn't familiar with Captain America as a comic book, but I did some research and saw the books from kind of early on in the 40s up to kind of more modern takes on it, and I thought the development of the artwork was so beautiful, and they were pieces of art in themselves, and so I can understand the appeal of them.
Yeah, they are. I mean, this movie, it just makes you feel good. It's very raw, and it just makes the country. I think at the time, especially when the comic was written, made everybody feel so good. Yeah. And then you get somebody like Chris Evans to play Captain America. Steve Rogers, and I just thought he was so terrific in it. Mm-hmm. What was it? Why do you think he made the perfect Captain America?
I think because the quality that he had as the early or the skinny Steve was the same that he had when he became Captain America, which is a vulnerability, and he was earnest and kind of a sweetness about him, and it meant that when he did transform into this kind of Adonis, he didn't become arrogant with it, and his power wasn't abused or misplaced, and so I think that's why he was chosen. I think that's what Chris plays so beautifully. Just I think kind of spot on the right tone throughout the whole thing.
And your first reaction when he actually did take off the shirt was?
I grabbed his breast, and obviously it's in the film, so you could not. It was the first time I'd actually seen it, and it was particularly pumped up that day for the big reveal shot, and he was covered in baby oil, and so when I went up to him, it didn't feel real. I think I just had to make sure that it was, and it is. And we did a couple of takes of me kind of prolonging my
I love
my
that
touching.
shot. Yeah, I love it because it's kind of like, no, hands off.
Oh, God, no, I'm so sorry. Oh, gosh.
Well, I hope later you got comfortable enough with him that he let you just touch whenever you wanted to.
Well, I didn't want him to feel like a piece of meat.
Well said.
So, yes, and I just thought I didn't want to give him any opportunity to then want to pay that back.
Yeah, good thinking.
I kept my hands to myself.
Smart girl. Now, you were on a set with virtually all men. All men. It's you and all men. Tough life, Hayley.
I know. But the thing that I love on film sets is especially the makeup and the hair trailers. And the ladies that we had there, I mean, it's the best place to be on set. It's where all the best gossip happens, but it's also the most kind of relaxed, and everyone's listening to good music and chatting away. So I had that. If I needed just a break from the boys and the testosterone or the competition, then I run into the makeup trailer and have good old chats with the girls there. So,
that's good. You needed your girl time.
I did,
for sure.
very much so.
Well, congratulations. Like I said, you did a really terrific job.
Thank you.
And it was fun to see you in that uniform.
I know. It was fun to be in it. It was really
good job. Nice talking to you. Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Take care. Take care.